Hey there, thanks for tuning in to watch my review of Insanity Asylum. This is actually two different programs. It's volumes 1 and 2, but they're pretty similar, so I'll go over the differences between the two, but my review is going to address both. For the most part, I'll talk about them as one program. So this is a program that I am just finishing up, and I really didn't know what to expect as I was getting into it. I have done Insanity and the newer Insanity Max 30, which is only 30 minutes long. And I just love Shaun. He, he's an athlete and he's a dancer, and he just has a fun spirit and a lot of, I just like his jokes. And he's very inspirational and motivating. And so I really would do any program that he comes out with, which is why I wanted to try this one, and why I was willing to do it not knowing very much about it. And by the way, this is part of the basic Beachbody On Demand streaming service membership. So you don't need, it's a monthly membership and you get 36 different programs, and then there are others that cost extra that you have to unlock, but this is not one that you have to pay extra to unlock. It's just part of the basic membership that anyone can actually try free for 30 days. So shoot me an email or send me a message, leave a comment if you would like this 30-day free trial option to give it a try with me as your coach. So anyway, about Insanity Asylum. So the concept behind it is really that it brings in moves from all different sports, which again, I didn't know. Like the other, Insanity programs I had done before are really, it's sports drills, but it's kind of just the stuff you would expect. Squats, squat jumps, push-ups, burpees, jumping jacks, X jumps. But Asylum really takes it wider to, different sports, different moves from the sports, and some of it almost feels a little silly, but it's also a really good workout. So the sports that it draws on include football, baseball, basketball, track and field, wrestling, powerlifting, soccer, tennis, rock climbing, speed skating, swimming, and even surfing. So a little bit of everything. And some of it's a little ridiculous, like you're standing there swinging a baseball bat, but you don't have a bat in your hand. But on the other hand, you really get a feel for how you move your body in the different sports. The pitching stance and then the batting stance, and different moves from football that I don't even know what they're called because I don't really follow football, but they're explained and they're shown on the screen in a way that you can understand them, and it's just kind of cool then to watch sports, to see a sports game on TV and understand a little bit about the training that goes into it and the type of movement that's involved. And that to me was the coolest thing about it. Anyone who follows Shaun on social media knows that he's just a sports fan, and obviously from this program, all different kinds of sports. I know that he loves to play tennis and he obviously loves dance, but that he takes a kind of philosophical attitude about it where he really enjoys that strategy of, so his podcast is a lot about motivation and inspiration, but he talks about different things that he's learned, like mental things that he's learned by playing tennis. So it's not all just about the physical, but how the games are a little different from the standpoint of what mentality is required. So I just thought that was really cool about this program, to kind of learn a little bit about a lot of different sports and learn it physically. He doesn't even really explain this is how this move works in tennis. It's like, okay, here's the move, do it. But you understand something by putting your body through those exercises. So I thought this program just had a lot of variety. It made it interesting. It made it fun. At times it doesn't always 100% feel like it makes sense and hangs together, but it's just fun. So, why not? It's a month long. Volume 1 is 30 days. And then volume 2 is 28 days, 4 weeks. So each one is a month out of your life. And they're kind of about equally hard. They're pretty challenging, and they are not low impact. There is no low impact modifier in these videos. So that's the one downside, but not every program is for everyone. But if you are someone who is looking to be challenged and looking to mix it up, keep things interesting, this really could be for you. So please reach out to me if you're interested, and we'll hook you up. But now a little more just about the nitty-gritty details of this program. Just looking at my notes to make sure I go over everything for you. So again, the program length, volume 1 is a month, volume 2 is a month, and then the individual workouts are 40 to 60 minutes. So it is a little bit of a longer program. And it's kind of the insanity format of a warm-up that's pretty tough, and then you do a little bit of stretching, and then you go into the workout, which really, it's not even really harder than the warm-up. It's a little weird, but it's just, the style that you get used to. And then there is a few more minutes of stretching at the end. Now, with volume 1, I said it's 30 days, so it's 6 blocks of 5 days each. So in each 5-day block, you have 4 tough workouts and then 1 day of either stretching or resting. And there's a built-in stretch session that you can follow for this program. So, and then there's so each block, 4 out of the 5 days are active. Now there are 5 active workouts that are part of the program. So in each block, you kind of rotate among those, and you end up doing each one either 4 or 5 times throughout the course of the program. All right, so then for volume 2, it's similar. You have 5 active workouts and 1 stretch session, but this one follows a week-by-week schedule. So if you're following the calendar, you're doing the same workout on Monday, same workout every Tuesday, etc. And you get 2 stretch days per week. So volume 1, it's 1 day out of every 5 that you're stretching. So you sometimes would get to do the stretch session more than once per week. But it was kind of confusing, like you kind of never know what's coming next because the schedule didn't follow a regular pattern. So, there's pluses and minuses to both. I kind of enjoy it when you're not doing the same thing every day, but then routine can be nice too. You just know what you're going to do every Monday. Like every Monday now, I stretch and kind of ease my way into the week, and I like that. But so that's a major difference between the 2 programs. But it's really, it's not a difference of substance. It's more just the difference of how it's structured and arranged. So as far as what equipment you need an agility ladder, which there's one that, for this, I would buy the one that Beachbody sells because there are some on Amazon that I send to my customers, but they vary quite a bit in terms of the length and the number of rungs. So just get the one from Beachbody that has 4 boxes and stick with that, because then you have the same one that they're using in the videos. And then besides that, you'll want some weights, some dumbbells. And for me, I used everything from 5 or 8 pounds up to 30. So if it's just different for every person. If you have like 5s, 10s, and 15s, you'll probably be good. But if you are doing workouts a lot with weights, it's good to invest in either an adjustable pair where you can add and remove weight, or to just have a bunch of sets of dumbbells, which is what I have. And that way, you're just not as effective if you're using weights that are too light or too heavy, because you can't have good form if they're too heavy. So it's good to have a whole bunch of weights to choose from so you can get the right weight for every exercise, and then you can increase it gradually as you get stronger. So the agility ladder, weights, resistance bands. So actually I should have said, so the long resistance band with the handle at each end. So all the weighted exercises can be done with those instead. And that's great for traveling. Obviously, you don't want to carry free weights in your luggage. You can take the resistance bands. And all the videos show how to do that. That's the one type of modification that is shown. Now, a lot of the exercises also use the circular resistance bands, and these also I would recommend getting from Beachbody, just because then you have like the same resistance and the same colors that they're using in the videos. Things move fast and it can get confusing, so that way you just always know which one to use. But there's a yellow light resistance, green medium, and red heavy resistance, and you can put them around your wrists or around your ankles, like for jumping jacks, and or like a move like this, and you add resistance that way. So that's how those are used, and they're not required. You can do the same moves without them, but it's really nice to have them if you're doing this program. And then the last thing is a pull-up bar, and that one is completely optional. For each pull-up bar move, there is an alternative that's shown, and I do not own a pull-up bar, and I was able to do this program just fine. But if you have a pull-up bar, you definitely will use it with the program. And then other than that, I went over how it's structured already and the types of moves that are involved. It's really, whole body toning, legs, special focus on chest, back, and core, I find, compared to other programs. So those are the basics. And definitely if you still have any questions, please post them below and I will answer them as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.